wondered if there's a secret to a long, healthy, and happy life? For years, I have traveled the globe, searching for answers in the places where people live the longest. One pattern emerged time and time again, a thread of vibrant health woven through communities by the sea. This is the Mediterranean way of eating. It is not a strict diet with rigid rules or calorie counting. Instead, it is a lifestyle. It's a celebration of food family movement. It's about savoring meals that are as delicious as they are nourishing, grown under the warm sun pulled from the rich blue waters of the sea. This way of eating has captured the world's attention for a simple reason. It works. Scientists and doctors have studied it for decades, and the evidence is overwhelming. People who follow this lifestyle tend to have lower rates of heart disease, stronger minds as they age, and a vitality that often fades in other parts of the world. It is a time-tested blueprint for wellness, passed down through generations. Imagine sitting at a table with friends, sharing stories over a meal that not only fills your stomach, but also fuels your body for a long and active life. This is the promise of the Mediterranean diet, a promise of health that begins on your plate. The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity and abundance. At the very core of the Mediterranean diet is a single powerful ingredient: olive oil. In the lands bordering the Mediterranean Sea, this is not just a cooking fat, it is liquid gold. It is drizzled on salads, stirred into sauces, used for cooking, and even enjoyed on a simple piece of bread. This golden elixir is the primary source of fat in the diet, replacing the butter, margarine, and processed oils common in the Western world. For centuries, olive trees have been a symbol of peace and prosperity, and their fruit provides one of the most profound health benefits we know of. It is the cornerstone upon which this healthy lifestyle is built. What makes extra virgin olive oil so special? It is packed with healthy monounsaturated fats. These are the good fats that help reduce bad cholesterol levels in your blood, which can lower your risk of heart disease and stroke. But its magic doesn't stop there. In the blue zones I've studied, particularly in Icaria, Greece, Sardinia, Italy, high-quality olive oil is a daily staple. People consume it generously, not sparingly. They understand its value not just for flavor, but for vitality. The local cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil they use is far more potent than many mass-produced versions you might find. It has a peppery, robust flavor, a sign of its high polyphenol content, the very antioxidants that deliver its health-giving power. Choosing the right olive oil is key. Always look for extra virgin, which means it's the least processed and contains the highest concentration of beneficial compounds. By making this one simple switch, replacing unhealthy fats with this golden elixir, you are taking a massive step toward a Mediterranean way of life and embracing one of its most powerful secrets for longevity. Beyond olive oil, the Mediterranean plate is a masterpiece painted with colors from the earth and sea. Vegetables are not a side dish, they are the main event. Imagine plates piled high with dark leafy greens like spinach and kale. Imagine plates piled high with vibrant red bell peppers. Imagine plates piled high with deep purple eggplants. Imagine plates piled high with sun-ripened tomatoes. These are not just for color, they are nutritional powerhouses. Each vegetable is loaded with vitamins. Each vegetable is loaded with minerals. Each vegetable is loaded with fiber. In Mediterranean cultures, people eat what is in season. That means food at its peak, fresh from a local garden or market. Fruits are eaten for dessert, replacing sugary cakes and processed sweets. Think of sweet, juicy figs in the late summer. Think of bright oranges in the winter. Think of handfuls of berries. Think of grapes. From the sea comes another pillar of the diet: fish and seafood. Coastal communities eat fish several times a week. Fatty fish like sardines, mackerel, salmon. They are incredibly rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Finally, the diet is rounded out with whole grains, beans, and nuts. Forget processed white bread. Think hearty, chewy, whole grain loaves. They are the humble, everyday heroes of the Mediterranean diet, working together to create a symphony of nutrition that builds a strong, resilient body for a long, vibrant life. In my work, I have had the privilege identifying and studying the blue zones. These are rare, remarkable places around the world where people reach age 100 at rates up to 10 times greater than in the United States. They don't just live longer, they live better, remaining active and engaged well into their final years. Two of these 5 blue zones are located right in the heart of the Mediterranean, the island of Icaria in Greece, the mountainous region of Sardinia in Italy. In Icaria, an island in the Aegean Sea where, believe it or not, 1 in 3 people make it to age 90, I discovered that their secret to longevity extends far beyond the kitchen. Yes, their diet of wild greens, beans, potatoes, locally produced goat's milk honey, herbal teas made from local plants, oregano, sage, over in Sardinia, Italy, we found a unique cluster of the world's longest-lived men in the mountainous Barbagia region. These shepherds walk miles every day, a natural form of exercise built into their work. The common thread between these Mediterranean blue zones is not a magic pill or a single superfood. It is a constellation of positive habits. Predominantly plant-based diet rich in local seasonal foods, healthy fats from olive oil and nuts. They move naturally throughout their day. Strong social connections, a sense of purpose, daily rituals that reduce stress. They show us that the Mediterranean diet is really a lifestyle where food, movement, and community are inseparable ingredients in the recipe for longevity. Their lives are a lesson for us all. On the Greek island of Icaria, where, believe it or not, 1 in 3 people make it to age 90, I discovered that their secret to longevity extends far beyond the kitchen. Yes, their diet of wild greens, beans, and olive oil is fundamentally important, but honestly, it's only part of the story. The Icarians have woven a culture that inherently supports a long and healthy life in every aspect of their day. One of the most powerful elements is their attitude towards time and stress. They simply don't wear watches. Instead, they live by the sun and their own internal rhythms. Napping is a cherished daily ritual, a sacred pause that allows their bodies and minds to rest and recharge. This relaxed pace of life has a pretty profound physiological effect. Chronic stress is a silent killer in the modern world, flooding our bodies with hormones like cortisol that contribute to heart disease, weight gain, and a weakened immune system. The Icarians have largely engineered stress out of their lives. They prioritize social connections over deadlines. They take time for afternoon siestas, which, studies have shown can lower stress hormones and reduce the risk of death from heart disease. Their calm, unhurried existence is a powerful antidote to the frantic pace that wears so many of us down. Health, for them, is not a goal to be chased, but a natural result of a life lived in balance. Community is another non-negotiable pillar of Icarian life. People are deeply connected to their families, neighbors, and village. Social isolation is virtually non-existent. While the Mediterranean diet provides the right fuel, the body still needs to move to use that fuel effectively. In the blue zones, Icaria, Sardinia, you won't find people pumping iron in a gym or running marathons. Instead, physical activity is seamlessly integrated into their daily lives. It's natural, consistent, and, honestly, often enjoyable. They live in environments that nudge them into moving every 20 minutes or so. They walk to the store, to their neighbor's house, or to church. They work in their gardens, tend to their animals, and do household chores by hand. This is what I call natural movement. Think of the Sardinian shepherd who walks 5 miles a day over hilly terrain with his flock. He is not exercising, he is simply living his life. His work provides constant, low-intensity physical activity benefits. His cardiovascular system benefits his muscles and his bones without the straining and potential for injury that can come with intense gym workouts. The takeaway for us is clear. Find ways to build more natural movement into your own day. You don't have to become a shepherd. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Park farther away from the store entrance. Walk for short errands. Now let's contrast the life-giving Mediterranean lifestyle with what has become the standard in much of the developed world, the Western diet. This way of eating is the polar opposite of what we see in the blue zones. It is characterized by high amounts of processed foods, red meat, refined grains, sugar. It's a diet of convenience, often served in a cardboard box or a paper bag. The foods are engineered in a lab to be hyper-palatable, so irresistibly salty, sugary, and fatty that they override our body's natural signals of fullness, leading us to overeat. This is not food meant to nourish. It is a food-like product designed for profit. The core components of the Western diet are actively harmful to our bodies. The excessive sugar found in sodas, desserts, processed snacks drives inflammation. and is a leading cause of obesity and type 2 diabetes. Refined grains like white bread and pasta have been stripped of their fiber and nutrients, causing rapid spikes in blood sugar. The unhealthy fats, trans fats, saturated fats from processed foods and factory-farmed meat, clog our arteries and set the stage for heart disease. This is a diet that systematically breaks down the body's defenses, leaving it vulnerable to the chronic diseases that now plague our society. It's a stark contrast to the Mediterranean meal, which leaves you feeling energized and satisfied for hours. Junk food and the Western diet are built on the concept of empty calories. This means the food is high in calories from sugar and unhealthy fat, but provides very little of the essential nutrients your body needs to function, like vitamins, minerals, fiber, antioxidants. Think of a can of soda. It can contain over 150 calories, all from sugar, with absolutely zero nutritional value. It's like filling your car's gas tank with sugar water. It might give you a quick jolt, but it will ultimately damage the engine. Our bodies are the same. When we consistently fuel them with empty calories, we are setting ourselves up for a breakdown. This lack of nutrition has far-reaching consequences beyond just weight gain. Without adequate vitamins and minerals, our immune system weakens, making us more susceptible to illness. Without fiber, our digestive system suffers, leading to problems and an unhealthy gut microbiome. Without antioxidants, our cells are left undefended against the damage that accelerates aging and disease. You can be overweight and simultaneously be malnourished because your body is starved of the essential building blocks it needs to repair itself and thrive, even as you are consuming an excess of calories. This is one of the great paradoxes of the modern diet. The problems created by this diet are not just physical, they are mental and emotional as well. Diets high in processed foods and sugar have been linked to higher rates of depression and anxiety. The spikes and crashes in blood sugar can affect our mood and energy levels, leaving us feeling irritable and fatigued. The lack of essential fatty acids, like the omega-3s found in fish, can impair cognitive function and memory. We have journeyed from the sun-drenched shores of the Mediterranean to the sobering reality of the Western diet. We have seen the vibrant health of the world's longest-lived people and understood the simple, powerful choices they make every day. The evidence is clear. The Mediterranean lifestyle is a proven blueprint for a long, healthy, and happy life. It is a diet rich in plants, healthy fats, whole foods combined with natural movement and strong social bonds. It is not a fad or a temporary fix. It is sustainable, joyful, and time-tested, passed down through generations. Choosing this path is not about deprivation. It is about abundance. It is about adding more delicious, life-giving foods to your plate. Fresh herbs, the crunch of nuts, a perfectly ripe piece of fruit. Rediscover the joy of cooking and sharing a meal with people you care about. Slow down, savor, reconnect with your food. The power to live longer, better is on your plate and in your hands.